Hello everyone, my name is Monster and welcome to episode 8 of Minecraft through the Spyglass. Last episode was the introduction of everything beta, because in today's episode we can update our survival world to beta. We're going to version 1.2 because it's the first beta update that brings new blocks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while we get into some beta shenanigans. Okay, so I've made a backup of my world. I need to make more backups more frequently because I forget to, and one day it's going to bite me in the butt. I think we're going to start by checking out all of this stuff that we have up right now. So like I said, we are in 1.2. That's where we get a lot of new blocks. Our cactus is still here somehow. And let me go check the unobtainable museum real quick to see if there is any changes to the items we have there. I'm also already seeing a new mob over here, which is the squid. In one of these versions, you were able to milk the squid with a milk bucket, or with a bucket, which was weird. So let's go ahead and I think they drop ink sacks already, I'm pretty sure. So there we are with the ink sack. I think we can also make, we can make dye. So yeah, I think I'm going to start off after we check out these items by trying to collect as many new blocks as we can, and then after that jump into building our beta base for the beta section. I've also started work on clearing out some of the roof of the unobtainable section. So we still have the stacked fishing rods, negative durability golden hoe. The flooding button is still here, but there you go. For some reason, it shows up as a stone block. I've done some more thinking, and I think I'm actually going to start by building the beta base so that we have the area to store the items that we collect from the beta update. So we're going to start by doing that, and I've devised a plan on what I want to do, and I'll explain it to you guys now. So here we are in my creative testing world, and this might be overkill, but it's the only way I could think of designing something and then transferring it to the other survival world. But I designed this dragon head. I'm not sure why, but I wanted to build something with a netherrack because we just got the nether update recently, so I figured I would build something completely out of netherrack, and the only thing I could think of was a dragon head. So as you may see, here is the design for it. The iron blocks are obviously not going to be here. They are just a cross section for me to count out the blocks between each thing. And then I went layer by layer, dissecting it and mapping it out on the ground here. And that way I could literally just build this like a 3D print, and it would be an exact replica of what I've created here. Now, as for making this into my base, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to put storage in here, or if I just want this to be as like an entrance into the beta section. Either way, we are going to start by creating this and moving it on over to the survival world. Alright, so we're back in our survival world, and I have marked out the exact middle of the beta section, which is right here. And then we've got to count out 23 blocks out this direction. So this is the 23rd block here, and this is where we're gonna start our jaw, the bottom jaw of the dragon. Look at these guys real quick. Alright, so like I was saying, we are going to start off here, and I have the picture pulled up on my other monitor, so I can just follow the pattern and basically just 3D print this thing. So I'm just gonna get some work done on this, and then I'll do an update once we've gotten something started here. Okay, so here we have the bottom jaw, and it's actually really big. I'm hoping that it doesn't run into any of the alpha stuff. It shouldn't, but yeah, here we are, bottom jaw. You do lose a little bit of detail just because beta is more flat to me. There's not as much texture difference between forward and back blocks, if that makes sense. But I'm just gonna keep going at it and not really judge it too hard until we see the finished product. Alright, so we've completed the dragon head here. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out, and I think I'm actually going to use that as a base and kind of make it like if you came across this and made it into your house, if that makes sense. I've also done some decorating on the alpha side. This is the last time I'll touch the alpha side though, just because I want every section to come all the way to this inner circle. I think I'm going to replace all the flooring of the beta section with sandstone because it's the new block for beta, and I think the contrast from alpha to beta would be nice, along with the contrast of the flooring being kind of that white yellow with the red skull. But I think that's what I'm going to start on next. Probably replacing all this with sandstone, and then maybe making some like little sandstone pillars or something, and then maybe turning this into our base and our storage and stuff like that. So after realizing that doing all the floor out of sandstone would take just an extremely long amount of time, I decided to just use sand, and then the pathing will be made out of sandstone. And then I definitely decided that I want to use this as kind of like my base, or the entrance to my base for beta. So I'm going to work on that next. I've just got to figure out what I want it to exactly look like. I also kind of debated doing little like buildings on the side here. Just kind of like little villages, like little towers that look like buildings maybe. Or maybe just doing like a little desert well on the sides. I don't know. I definitely want something here on the side. I also debated doing like a little pathway like this, but I definitely want the entrance to be this part of the mouth right here. And then I don't know, I think it would be kind of cool if we did like a floor right here, and then the top part was my storage, and then this bottom part was mostly just the entrance to the beta area. I also have to figure out, I want to do a matching how I did this alpha over the alpha section. I want to do a beta over the beta section, or at least incorporate beta into the section somewhere. I just have to decide what I want to use or where I want to put it. So I've got a lot of planning to do, a lot to figure out. But here's where we're at right now. I just wanted to give an update. I'm really loving the skull, and I really like the contrast of the netherrack compared to the sandstone and sand. I think that turned out really nicely. And again, the separation between alpha and beta is a lot more clear now. So I've added in the bottom teeth here, and then I added this flat section up here for storage. We don't have any unobtainables until 1.8, beta 1.8. And the more I work on this, the more I wish I had some slabs to work with. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and update to beta 1.3 in this video, because that'll give us cobblestone slabs, wood slabs, sandstone slabs, which will help a ton when building. Okay, so we have our backup made, and we are in 1.3_03. We're just gonna load in here, and we should get beds, redstone repeaters, cobblestone slabs, wooden slabs, sandstone slabs, and cookies, which are technically the first food item that is stackable. So we might end up making a bunch of those. I'm just gonna go ahead and make... Ooh, I just realized that I probably should have made as many stone slabs as I could before I updated, because now I believe when we try and do that same recipe, it's just gonna do cobblestone slabs. Add this. Yeah, so it's just gonna make cobblestone slabs now, but we should be able to make a bed as well. See if I can figure out the recipe. And I know that they don't set the respawn points right now, but I am curious to see if it does make it to where we can sleep through the night. That would help so much. It says you can only sleep at night, so maybe we can. So this is the kind of design I'm going for with these little sand villages or sand houses. Really simple, really small, because we obviously don't have a lot of room to work with on either side of the pathway here. But I'm just going to sprinkle a couple of these throughout here. Probably do one right about here, one right about there in the back. Maybe a larger one right here, and then maybe one small one up here. And then I think I might just add some texture to the path with these little slabs like this. Put some cactuses in, but I'm probably gonna build these up, make a couple more, and then see where we're at. All right, so between collecting all the sand for the sandstone and building all these buildings in the dragon head, I am out of time, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and end the episode here. And then the next episode we'll probably start up with some more building, or probably finding one of the beta unobtainables. Here we are for now. I have a couple of these buildings. I still want to add one behind the dragon head over here. I think it would be nice to have one that sits right there. And obviously I still want to connect some sort of base inside. Maybe I can't decide if I want to have like buildings coming out of the side of the dragon head, or if I just want this to be like the entrance to a big building behind the dragon head. Either way, that is it for this episode. I have no way of looking at myself anymore because F1 now takes away the hotbar and the upper left version. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!